In this lecture, I would like to discuss the third type of data that exists in econometrics called panel data. And as you can see, I will start with a quick revision of what a panel data is. After this, I will discuss various methods used for estimating panel data. Then I will discuss the choice of the best estimator for panel data, and I will end the lecture with a quick discussion of unitary testing and co-integration analysis for panel data. Let's start with a quick revision. As we know, panel data is a combination of time series and cross-sectional data, and there are two types of panels, balanced and unbalanced panels. So when we say that the panel is balanced, it means that the cross-sectional units like countries, people, they have the same number of observations over time. And when we say that the panel is unbalanced, that means that cross-sectional units, countries, people, states, cities have a different number of observations over time. And on this slide, you can also see the general equation for panel data, where y is a function of various x variables all the way to xk variable. And as you can see, it comes with subscript it, where I stands for the cross-sectional unit and t stands for the time period. Panel data has a lot of advantages, and actually it is more preferred to time series and especially cross-sectional data. Therefore, when you have an opportunity to use panel data, please use it, because as you can see, first of all, it takes heterogeneity explicitly into account. We already discussed that such cross-sectional units as countries and people, they're quite heterogeneous, and we often have the problem when the assumption of homogeneity is violated, especially in cross-sectional data. However, if you expand your data set and instead of using cross-sectional data, use panel data, you will overcome this problem and you will have homogeneous case. Besides that, panel data has more informative data, it has more variability, it's less collinear when it comes to variables, and it has more degree of freedom and therefore more efficiency. Besides, if you would like to study the dynamics, so the way the variables change over time, then it is better to use panel data. And besides that, you can always, using panel data, you can always analyze more complicated, more difficult behavioral models. So the models that explain the behavior of certain cross-sectional units.